guys, this is Chris coming at you with a quick video of some records I picked up today at the record store. Some cool jazz stuff. They seem to have a pretty good selection in the new bins, so let's check them out. The first one is on Atlantic. It's called The Electrifying Eddie Harris. I've never heard this one. Eddie Harris on tenor sax or electronic baritone sax. That's interesting. Jody Christian on piano, Melvin Jackson on bass, and Richard Smith on drums. I don't know much about these guys. I do have like one other Eddie Harris record which I really enjoyed, so I pick them up when I see them now if they're affordable. And that one was next. So these are two records that are part of a series from Art Pepper. This is Friday night and Saturday night at the Village Vanguard. Let's see here. These are, I think, recorded in 1980, and you got George Cables, George Mraz, and Elvin Jones on both of these. There was a Thursday night as well. They didn't have it there, but I'm excited to check these out. Anyway, yeah. Art Pepper. The next one is kind of a blind buy. It's an old Argo. I don't know if I've ever even heard of this, of Richard Evans. It's called Richard's Almanac. It says it's a promo, which is cool. So let's check that out. This is like a piano trio album, I believe, but I have not listened to it. But yeah, so old Argo, I usually pick these up when I see them. This one seems to be in like very good plus or near mint shape. Yeah, and so it's, the personnel is Richard Evans. Oh, he plays bass. Sorry. Richard Evans on bass, Jack Wilson on piano, and Robert Berry on drums. Yeah, it's a piano trio. Now, I do have some Jack Wilson records, I believe. So this one will be interesting to hear. Yeah, I believe this is an OG. I mean, it's got to be right if it's a promo. Anyway, that one's neat. Let's see what's next. Another Eddie Harris I got here called Free Speech. It's on Atlantic as well. Pretty cool cover. Let's see who all's on this one. I think it's some of the same folks. Yeah, Eddie Harris, Jody Christian on the electric piano, Louis Spears on bass and Fender bass, Billy Hart on drums, and Felix Henry on percussion. So I would expect this to have some soul jazz flavor for sure. I think all the other albums of his that I have do. Up next, we've got the 11th House featuring Larry Coryell. So I've got a bunch of Larry Coryell records that I've bought over the record store days. And I saw this, and I enjoyed all the other stuff from the 70s of his. This is obviously very 70s, so I went ahead and picked this one up. So we'll see how that goes. It was in really great shape, and I thought the price for $10 was pretty good. This next couple, there was another one that I didn't get, which I may actually go back and get now that I've got two of these. So these are the Tatum group. This is Tatum group masterpieces. So this one's got Art Tatum, Benny Carter, and Louis Bellson on it, on Pablo for $10. Thought that was a good deal. They seem to be in really good shape. I always pick up these old Pablos. And then another one I got in the same series is Art Tatum with Red Callender and Joe Jones. And see, I think these were recorded earlier, obviously. This was recorded in 1956 and then put out in 75. So I don't know the source. Maybe they were JATP stuff. I don't know. Could be a comp. I'm not really sure. I'll have to read about it, but picked a couple of these up. There was another one that was like just Art Tatum solo, and I skipped it. But if I like these, I may go back and grab that one. This next one I'm excited about. It's Johnny Hammond. Wild Horses Rocksteady. It's got Grover Washington, George Benson, Eric Gale, Harold Vick, Air to Moreira, Ron Carter, and Billy Cobham. So this is like a CTI record. It's on Kudu, which was like the more, I guess, soulful stuff. It's got CTI down here in the bottom label. So I think this is the second Kudu I've got. So I'm really excited to hear this one. Next up, we've got a Kenny Burrell record, which I literally know zero about. It's on Fantasy from like 1980. It's called Kenny Burrell for Duke, so I'm guessing it's either like some Duke Ellington songs, maybe. Yeah, looks like it. You got Camp Caravans on here, but it looks like a kind of a larger group, or at least, you know, some of them have a larger group of folks on them. You've got a bunch of big names on here now: Adderley, Gary Bartz, Roland Hanna, Joe Henderson, Philly Joe Jones, Thad Jones, Mel Lewis. Thad Jones and Mel Lewis make me think this might be a big band record. Yeah, so I thought this one was kind of neat. And then the first one that caught my eye today that I was super excited to pick up was this Jazz Tet record with John Lewis. So it's a Art Farmer, Benny Golson Jazz Tet on Argo. Reasonably priced at $8, and the vinyl looks good. So this one has, let's see, it was recorded in 1960 in New York with Art Farmer on trumpet, Benny Golson tenor sax, Thomas McIntosh on trombone, who I'm not familiar with, Thomas Williams on bass, and then Cedar Walton on piano with Albert Heath on drums. So that one's pretty exciting. I love the Jazz Type records. I think they're pretty underrated. Looking forward to that one. And then the last one, I guess, is the last one I got. It's a Riverside. It's like an early OJC. It's Johnny Little, the Village Caller. I've got some of Johnny Little's stuff. I don't have this one. He's a vibe player. And then he's joined by Milt Harris on organ, Bob Crenshaw on bass, Peppy Hinnant on drums, and Willie Rodriguez on percussion. So I'm not really familiar with most of these guys, but you know, if I find a nice clean 80s OJC, I usually pick them up. So I did with this one. So yeah, that's it. Little haul. I was gifted a gift card to my local record store, and that's how I paid for about half of these records. I went a little over the gift card limit, but let me know what you think if you've heard any of these, and we'll be doing some more content in the next couple of weeks besides our live streams, because I think all of us are on vacation, which will be nice to see. So I am going to go start cleaning these so I can listen to them. Have a good one, everybody. Thank you.